All right, Azeroth living a look at housing rewards. Let's take a peek here. So we got an update on player housing. I'm curious. I'm stoked to see what happens here. Welcome home, adventurers. It's not a blue post though, so I wonder how this is going to go. At the end of our previous article, we asked a few questions regarding the source of decorations and how professions fit in. Today, we're going to answer those questions, talk through our philosophies for housing rewards, and provide a few more details on the decoration economy. It's an interesting way of putting it. Before starting, we wanted to state our usual disclaimer. This is still a work in progress, and names and details may change between now and launch, but this is a directionally where we are aiming. Okay, cool. Setting our guiding principles. So progressive journey. So it's about the journey, right? Not the destination. That's what I guess it's essentially, if we want to sum that up. Similar to our housing pillar of long-lasting journey, I'll have to look at this too. Players should expect the collection of decor to be just that, a journey. The collections of the perfect room and house is something to strive towards, not to run to a vendor and complete on day one. So they want this to be, we could say this, it's going to be an evergreen part of the game. It's going to be something that's there forever. So they don't want this to be a vendor purchase, throw a picture on the wall, call it a day. They want this to be like a full fleshed out system. I'm here for it. That's kind of cool. I'm about it. The collection of the perfect room and house is something to strive towards, not to run to a vendor and complete on day one. Perfect. Furthermore, this journey should be engaging and possible for most players. I wonder what that means. Possible for most players? I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Regardless of how hardcore or not they may be. Put another way, getting any single piece of decor should eventually be possible, but getting everything should be incredibly difficult. So there's going to be, I'm going to read between the lines here. It seems like there's going to be many ways of obtaining decor. And if we want to just throw out an idea or an example, I would say, for like example, a PvP god that does arenas all day and gets their Grand Marshal rating or Seasoned Gladiator, for example, probably gets specific items, decor, house, a couch, a TV, a rug, something that us normies, people that don't do arena every day, won't be able to obtain. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. They should have stuff that's locked behind goals. But then again, flip the coin on the other side. Those PvP gods may have not killed a specific boss in a mythic raid tier, and they won't get a certain refrigerator, right? So the guys that are doing mythic raiding, right, are going to get this nice special fridge. But the guys doing arena and getting those arena achievements are going to get that nice brand new couch from Jordan's Furniture. I like that. That's cool. I'm about it. That's how it should be. Core gameplay. Similarly, we want to reward decor through a wide variety of our core gameplay in World of Warcraft. We don't want decor to come from only housing specific activities. Kind of just what we said. That's perfect. But instead, meet you where you are. However you choose to enjoy the game, whether that's soloing, questing, okay, crafting decor professions and using the auction house, running dungeons with your friends, or raiding with your guild. So there's going to be something for everybody. You're going to have a unique housing style based off your gameplay. What you do in the game is going to reflect what your house looks like. That's it. That's awesome. I'm about it. All day. This is a good direction to aim for. Let's see. Some of you may have been playing for 20 years. That's us, chat, right? All of us here. And we want that time to feel worthwhile. Your past adventures and time spent in Azeroth means your collection will have a leg up, and you won't start from square one when you purchase a house. I like it. So we're gonna get things. It's probably achievement based. A lot of these home decor items will be achievement based, which is cool. Dude, I'm so stoked to see what people's houses look like based off their gameplay style, right? So if there's say there's a collection Andy and someone likes going around the world just collecting mounts, collecting transmogs, collecting pets, their house is going to look totally different from someone that pushes high-end high-end content. Like that top 1% player house could look so much different from a collector's house. It's so sick. That's so cool. That's the way they should do it. The progressive journey principle means that the majority of decor types, chair, bed, shelf, etc., are considered commodities and are readily available from vendors, other players via the auction house. Oh, so items will be purchasable through auction house that may have not been obtainable on your own. That's cool. It's probably not everything. If you want a wooden chair, it's very easy and inexpensive to acquire. So base model decor items are going to be straightforward and everyone's going to have it. I bet you everyone's starter home is going to have a wooden chair and a wooden desk, right? With a standard carpet or placement of a decent rug. I'm sure everyone's going to have the same chair, same table, same rug, and maybe the same picture on the wall in their first house. Because everything will be, you know what I mean, the starter pack. We'll call it the starter pack house. Next, there's investment decor, which are generally more niche items in either theming, looks, or appeal, which require more time and or cost investment. Examples could be a sparkling fountain with particle effects or magical books that flap about their own. Cool. I like that. Lastly, there are what we think of as trophies. So I think this is going down that arena, Mythic Plus, high-end rating stuff. These are things that require skillful play, cooperation with other players, and or larger time commitments. Think along the lines of Mythic Plus and raid rewards or long-term achievements. If you're looking to mount Onyxia's head on the wall, you'll have to be here and take it. Facts. So kind of what we just went over. That's perfect. One of the powerful aspects of decoration is that since it's cosmetic by nature, placing hard-to-acquire items throughout the game gives players reach goals that don't hamper their character development and they're free to pursue or not. Just like mounts and transmogs. That said, it should be easily possible to kit out your home on day one to strike the vibe you're looking for without too much effort. Your decor journey should start out awesome and continue to be that along the way. That's cool. I don't like this idea. I think it's swing and a miss. Those are big words to say it's not even out yet. I mean, you're your own person, you have your own. I'm not going to judge any of this until it's actually in the game. But to each their own. Variety's the spice of life. When we first were drafting this article, there was a line that read, "Where can I get decor?" Yes. While pity, it's not far from the truth, either when it comes to our second principle of core gameplay. Decor should come from everywhere and everything. We want you to find the decor rewards in all sorts of gameplay, not just a single avenue that you feel forced to interact with over and over. For example, with a specific jade inlaid bookshelf might come from a particular quest in Pandaria, other bookshelves could come from vendors' professions or other varied forms of content. Facts, dude. Yeah, I mean, hating on it is one thing, but you don't have to do it. This is it's optional, right? It's something in the game that you don't have to partake in. Just like, I'm assuming you do keys all day, right? So that's your thing, that's your niche, that's something you enjoy. But this game still has so many other things you could do, like PvP. You probably hate PvP, but it's in the game, you just avoid it, right? I think it's cool, it's just something different. Let's see here. Thanks, past self. So I kind of like this idea. Past achievements, past goals obtained, something you may have done a long time ago is going to give you something in the housing system. Finally, the principle of reverence for the past encapsulates a few things. All the time spent in Azeroth is worth something. We're leveraging legacy reputations, professions, and more. If you've achieved something in the past, we want to embrace that time spent. If you raise your reputation to exalted with someone, you'll be able to purchase their goods right away. If you completed the achievement 10 years ago, that rewards a new piece of decor today. You'll be granted that piece of decor on login. Love it. That's cool. That's cool. Legacy decor should be well integrated into the appropriate existing content and not feel crowbarred in. For example, using the local systems and currencies of a piece of related content when it makes sense and as it's available. All right. We're not going to have the decor equivalent of transmog runs. We're still looking through that, or what this means in practice. Huh. But the thought of someone farming a mount for years across multiple characters each week, finally earning it, and then being told, well, time to go back and grind for a couch is rough. I kind of see where they're coming from with that. Alright, harkening again back to the long-lasting journey pillar. We're going to continue fleshing out decor from past expansions and future patches, and they will be earnable via the appropriate content of their expansion. I like the idea that they're letting us obtain. So we're all going to log in on patch day whenever this does release finally, and we're going to have decked out houses that tailor towards what we've done in the past, and I like that. So we're gonna have a good, dude, it's gonna be a good couple weeks to start off, and our houses are gonna look juicy right out the gate. I like that. But they're also, so we're gonna have past items that they'll bring forward, achievements, goals, bosses killed, heads obtained, whatever it may be, etc., etc. And then going forward, the system is evergreen, right? Constantly updating it, adding things to obtain, things to goal. That's cool. I'm about it, dude. All right, trust me, I'm a professional. What's this about? We're not going to bury the lead here. Decor will be crafted by all existing non-gathering primary professions instead of creating a new profession solely dedicated to it. Each profession will be able to craft a few pieces of appropriate decor from each expansion using that expansion's version of the profession. That's a fully loaded sentence. To craft something, players will need not only the required recipe and skill level, but they will also need to gather a new type of decor crafting specific reagent per expansion, as well as any required reagents from the expansion. Okay. In general, like most profession-made goods, crafted decor may be traded to other players or sold on the auction house. So specific items that you may want, I'm assuming not all of them are going to be purchasable through the auction house and or from one of your biffies in game, but it seems like there's going to be a lot of them where you can put the gold up, put the money up, and be able to obtain it. Some examples of what professions will be able to make: blacksmithing creates decor made primarily of metal. Okay. Enchanting creates magical decor like floating books or glowing orbs. Pretty neat. Jewel crafting creates decor like gems and gem-studded objects, as well as being the designated stoneworking profession. I see that. Okay. Two of the points above should be underscored. Your professions and their levels from the past expansions matter, and so do some of the reagents from those expansions. You know, just in case you were looking for something else to do between now and the launch of housing. So, chat, they're giving you a leg up. They're letting you know, hey, even if you farm now or when the system comes out, you'll still be rewarded for like those items. So if they put out like a what do you call it? If they give us like a roadmap, for example, for housing, and they say certain things could be obtained from these goals achieved in game, they're gonna let you do it beforehand, which is cool, because they can track that and they know in game whether which you've done it or not. Some light housekeeping. We want to mention, let's see, decorations are only placeable if you have enough of them, based on how many of you collected. If you want to place 4 chairs, you'll need to collect 4 chairs. Furthermore, collected decorations are shared across your entire Battle.net account, so anything you collect on any character or any of your game accounts is shared across all of them. So warband, right? If you have 4 fountains and place 3 of them on the lawn of your alliance house, your horde house will have only 1 available to place. So okay, that makes sense. So the amount of items is how many you have. Like, so if you have 5 pictures, right? That means you can only place 5 pictures, and that's across all of your characters. Okay, so the amount of items, it's not like you unlock that picture for the wall and now you have unlimited pictures. No, that's not how it works. You have if you have one special item, you only have 1 of those. So you have to buy, if you want to have 4 chairs at the dinner table, you have to purchase 4 chairs. Okay. Yo, thanks for the get this up. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you. All right. On the flip side, there's a concept of unique decor that you can only place once, no matter how many copies of that item you have. It doesn't make sense, for example, to place 9 copies of Onyxia's head on your wall. Okay, so there's some that are going to be unique, legendary, if you will. You'll note to mention the house-specific activities earlier. That might be better worded as neighborhood-specific activities. You're committed to an ongoing release of new decorations, going both backwards into previous expansions as well as forward with new ones. What do you want to see? Alright. I'm pretty stoked. Let's look at the comments. Could it be? Are you going to acknowledge that archaeology exists? Lol. Oh, I'm not logged in. Well, we're gonna have to, yeah. Can't wait to put a bathtub in it and do absolutely nothing while laying in it. True, dude. Hey, look, a distraction. Pay to win housing confirmed. That's just a negative Nancy. There's always going to be something purchasable in the game for any new system that goes out. You just got to get over it. You just got to get over it. It's not like the whole system's pay to win. And pay to win in the cosmetic battle is such a weird thing to say. You know? Like, whoop-de-dude, man. Someone purchased, they got some housing boost. They got a nicer carpet than you do because they paid for it. Is that a feels bad for you? I could care less personally. Oh, let's see what this guy says. I like this, though I'm worried about the whole you can place 4 chairs if you only have 4 chairs. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. It's a more it fleshes it out more. You shouldn't have unlimited chairs if you purchased one. I kind of like that idea. Alright, cool. Chat, I'm stoked. Whatever you guys think, if you have any thoughts about it, make sure you leave it in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.